Okay. Well, my live stream abruptly ended, so I guess I'll go ahead and talk about, I guess I won't really show anything relating to guns or anything in this because I did not know that if you show any firearm or firearms, quote unquote, in a live stream on YouTube, you can get stopped for that. So, I guess I'll go ahead and finish up the stuff I have here. Because I had a full on plan set out that I was going to just sit here in my chair for hours for hours on end, taking a look at my favorite skits and my favorite, prop reviews and all that stuff. I don't even know if I can even even look at my prop reviews on that. And apparently, either they said I've gotten a warning, or they have given me a strike. And I actually have no idea if that's true or not. If that's the case, and that's one fucking way to end off 2023. But I guess I'll go ahead and talk about I guess my plans and all the stuff that I've done this year. So what's going on, guys? It is Shay here. This is my last video of 2023, where I'm going to be, instead of talking about this live, I'm going to instead be freaking doing a little something. I'm going to talk this out instead. So yeah, so pretty much this is just a video of me talking about 2023, what I've done this entire year, what things I've accomplished, like what life lessons I have freaking learned. I'm gonna set this keyboard down here and we're gonna freaking do this. So let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, with that being said, let's begin. So let's go ahead and start off with the beginning of 2023. 2023 started off very slow for me. Mostly due to the fact that I've literally just graduated, like a week or two ago at the time. I had no job. I did not know what I was gonna do with my life. Even though I did tell myself I'm not going to college, but yeah, I didn't have a job at the time, and the year pretty much started off very slow for me. And all that stuff. And freaking the year, as I said, started off pretty slow, but getting close up into the year, I started exploring more things. In February of this year, I explored VR Chat, which is a game where it's pretty much just Omegle in VR, basically. And I did this because I played on my brother's Oculus. My brother's Oculus Quest. And now that I have my own, I'm pretty much able to do it as long as I want to now, which I will be doing more likely tonight. Because I started meeting all these people and all that stuff, and just playing random games with people and all that stuff. I decided, okay, you know what? Why not? Let's go on ahead and just freaking play the game at times. In April, either very late March or early April, I made my first very good VR chat friend, whose name is Everlong. At the time when I first met her, it was not her name. Her name was actually different at the time. But she would later go on to change it to Everlong. She is one of my best friends, probably ever. No pun intended. So yeah, we've only known each other for I don't even know, 8-9 months maybe. But she's a very good friend of mine, and she was my first real friend that I made in VR chat. Moving on to very late April, I met more friends and all that stuff, and then I think very late April, I met a group of people who I don't really hang out with anymore, but I'm still in contact with most of them. Two of them mostly, to be specific. And I have shown them out to the channel before, and it was in one video that I made, which was titled, Murder for Tomfool, or Murder for Bullshittery with Friends. And that was the first time I ever shown off that group of people to my channel. Now I don't really hang out with them anymore. I've kind of broken off from the group. For reasons that I'm not going to disclose, because most of them are personal reasons and all that stuff, and some other things, but I just broke off from the group because I just didn't really feel like being there anymore. But I'm still friends with just at least two of them. As with most VR chat friend groups, most don't really last long. But yeah. Then I would say in May as well, I got the computer that I'm currently recording this video on, and it's a really good computer, and when it hits May the 11th of next year, I will be able to finish paying this thing off, and this computer will be mine. So I'll be very happy about that. And with this computer, I've gotten to do a lot more things with this computer for this year. I've gotten to do a lot more things. I've been able to play a lot more games and all that stuff. In June, nothing major really happened or anything. But in July, however, we went. My mom and I and all of us, we went to the Asheboro Zoo that is here in North Carolina. We went there, and that was my first time going there in 6 years. Because the last time I went was back in 2017. Well, next year will mark it 7 years. But the last time I went was in 2017 on, May the 9th or May the 10th. I think it was May the 9th, actually. But we went there for a school field trip that I had back in middle school. And it was very fun. However, though, it was a lot less hot around that time when I first went, with my school or my with the people I was supposed to go with or whatever. And it was a lot better there than how it was in this year, because this year was horrible. It was very, very fun. Don't get me wrong, but it was like the heat was absolutely horrible. I remember when I got back home, I got in my bed, I passed out for a couple hours, and I woke up like 6 or 7 o'clock, I think. But yeah, so and then in August, of course, that's a very big month for me. But a lot of things actually happened in August this year, which is very funny. In August of this year, of course, I hit the age of 19, which is pretty cool. It's really funny because next year I'm going to be hitting the age of 20. And the day after I hit the age of 19, my family and I went to Virginia Beach for a day. And I remember, around that time, I become acquainted with Spotify and getting a lot of lo-fi, because I'm a lo-fi addict, of course. And I started making that playlist in like May, like very late May, very, very, very early June. And the playlist now has 86 songs, and that's 3 hours and 8 minutes worth of music that you can listen to in that playlist. And it's going to keep going up, like the more songs I put into it or whatever. And I was listening to one of my all-time favorite songs, which is Springtime. That's one of my all-time favorite songs in that playlist. And as I said, it still is. But yeah, that's one thing, and it was really fun going up there to Virginia Beach, even though we've been there plenty of times before. But it seemed like that day was just different for some reason. The breeze was cool. I was able to wear my jacket, even though it was in the middle of August, or getting close to the end of August. But even with that, I was able to wear my jacket. It was cool and everything. So yeah, pretty freaking cool stuff. September of this year, I don't really know if many things happened or all that, but yeah, a lot of things mainly happened in August. In September, also I should point out, back in August, I actually felt depression for the first time. Like I got a lick of what depression more than likely truly feels like. So yeah, and it just hit me like a train. I didn't have any control over that. So yeah, and in September, not many things happened from what I know, except that in September, my YouTube channel would hit the age of 7. So yeah, my YouTube channel turned 7 years old on September the 26th of 2023. Moving on to October, not many things really happening in October either. Just same old stuff. And of course, last month in November, had a few things happen, some things, all that stuff. And of course, this month, this month, not many things happened as well. It seemed like a lot of stuff happened toward the middle of the year. Between May up until August is where most of the things that happened this year happened. So yeah, I made a lot of very good friends this year. I've lost some. I've lost one of them for some stupid crap, and he doesn't really talk to us. And he doesn't talk to us anymore. I lost another one for some very serious allegations, and funny enough, he was actually I actually made a video with him on my channel, I think twice, if I'm correct, and it was in my prison escape videos that I made on my channel. And yeah, he was in them. And if anyone would want to know, you may ask me, in comments on wherever and stuff like that. But I lost that guy, and yeah, very crazy things. I've learned a lot of life lessons this year as well. Too many to name at most, but I do know most of them deals with friends and all that stuff. I've learned a lot of a lot of life lessons, learned a lot of things about friendships and stuff. Um, and how not all my friends can get along, which is of course going to happen with a lot of my friends, but it is what it is, I guess. Um, yeah, I made some very good friends this year, and I plan on staying friends with the people that I love the most, family included, of course, for the rest of my life, unless something bad really comes up. But yeah, I made a lot of friends this year, dude. And also in November of this year, I got into a new game series, which is Hotline Miami. I absolutely love this game series, dude, and I'm more likely going to go off and play it maybe in a few minutes. I'm not necessarily sure, but I absolutely love Hotline Miami, both the first and the second game, but my personal favorite game is the first. I don't know why. Mostly because that's the first game of the course of the series that I finished in full. Like, I finished the story, I collected all the masks, I collected all the weapons, and I just like to go back in the game to see how fast I can speed run certain levels with different masks, even though my favorite mask in the game is Dennis. And Hotline Miami, Hotline Miami is a fantastic game series, and I highly recommend it to everyone. It's just that it's the game series is not for everyone, of course. But if you are very interested in like top-down shooters or just top-down games in general, then that is the game for you. I absolutely love Hotline Miami, and I would give it a try. Even though, of course, major disclaimer here: the game is not easy at all. You have to kind of get good at it around time. But yeah, other than that, like if someone wants a challenge, I absolutely recommend Hotline Miami. Of course, VR Chat was a game I pretty much got back into because I did play the game back in 2018, which next year makes it 6 years. So. Okay, you're screaming in the background, but yeah, next year I make it 6 years ever since I first started playing the game. But I technically started actually playing the game February of this year, so that makes it 11 months. Wait, no, 10 months I think for right now. Because January will make it 11 months if I'm correct, and that pretty much does it for a lot of things. I've gotten into a lot more things. I'm fully invested into JoJo's Bizarre Adventures now, and that is one thing as well. So yeah, there is a lot of things, dude. And now we're gonna talk about my resolution, not necessarily my resolution, but my plans for 2024. So. As I said, my first real VR chat friend that I made was Everlong, and I do plan on meeting her next year. I'm probably not going to vlog it or anything. I'm going to just chill. I might maybe vlog my time in, which wherever state I'm going to be going to. But yeah, yes, I do plan on meeting some IRL friend or some online friends next year IRL, and it's going to be pretty freaking cool. I'm going to start off with Everlong because she was my first real friend that I've ever made in the game. And yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, I do plan on traveling a lot more next year. Just traveling in general. Like, what I mean by that, I mean traveling to different states on a plane. I'm gonna start doing stuff more on my own next year. I'm probably gonna end up flying to go meet friends, IRL, probably on my own. Which is going to be pretty freaking scary and pretty exciting and, nerve wracking because, it's gonna be pretty weird. But yeah, there's a lot more things I plan on doing next year. I really hope I still have a lot of people to stick around for the journey of 2024, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I've also pretty much gotten back into drawing. As you can see back here, these are all drawings except for this one right here. If I can point out that one right there, that's the only drawing that I did not draw. Everything else on that wall, except for that Hotline Miami picture right there. Everything else up there, except for this picture, that Hotline Miami picture, and this one, I drew everything up there. So, yeah, and every one of those pictures are all my friends and my primary VR chat avatar, which is Risotto Nero. It's either that or Abakio. But yeah, that's all that right there. And I also got some JoJo plushes for the first time. We got Jotaro, Bucciardi, and of course, Mista. Those are the 3 plushes that I have. I'm planning on getting more at one point. So, yeah. that's one thing. So that pretty much does it for this video. I don't really have any. The only New Year's resolution that I have is pretty much me going, just going traveling and everywhere, learning a lot more life lessons and everything, and me gonna have to end up starting to take a lot more responsibilities in the following year. Of course, it'll just be in 2 hours. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. I hope everybody had a very, very good 2023. I'm very disappointed that I was not able to finish the live stream because I did plan on sitting here for 3 hours looking at videos. That was my whole plan. But it seems like with the thing I did not know about YouTube, because I don't live stream on PC at all, pretty much. So when I do, it's kind of like a culture shock from whenever something like this happens. But I really hope I don't have a copyright strike or anything. All I know is I got a warning. It's just I really hope I don't have a copyright strike. But yeah, in total for the props I've made this year, the props that I made, if I'm correct, in total 13 props. I made 1, 2, 3, because I have all my props set out over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I technically made 7 revolvers because. Technically we made 8 because I made the Colt Official Police, the Colt Trooper, two Colt Official Police revolvers. One is now a stunt prop and one is the main prop, so that's 2 of them. A Colt Trooper revolver, Webley Rick. Let's see what we got. The what is this? The Security 6, Ruger Service 6, Glock 17 Gen 1, Funny Valentine's revolver from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Smith & Wesson Model 30, a Green Dolphin Street Prison walkie-talkie, radio, Comlink from Star Wars, a DL-18 revolver, DL-18 blaster pistol, Mista's revolver, and I also made the P225 P6. So that's 13 props. And my favorite props I have made of this year is the Colt Official Police, the Colt Trooper, the Webley Rick, the Ruger Service 6, and that's pretty much it. So with that makes 1, 2, 3, 4 props that I made this year that I absolutely love, and I cannot show them because, as I said, I don't know the supplies of videos, but if you've seen them on my channel, you should probably know. But these are some of my favorite props I made this year, and very excited to very excited that I made them and all that stuff. And I plan on making more stuff like this in the coming weeks of 2024. So yeah, and also this year I got a new Gabba revolver, and I don't even know if I want to show this, but I got a new Gabba revolver, and I plan on getting more Sentai Morphers next year. Probably starting off with the Magiphone because I really want a Magiphone, but I have this as well. So this is the new addition to my Super Sentai collection. I also got more Super Sentai Morphers, with that being the Gertlinger early February of this year. It was either very early February or early March I got the Gertlinger. And yeah, a lot of things, dude. A lot of things has happened this year, and I've met a lot of new people. I've made many friends. I've lost some friends, not many, but I've lost a few friends. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, and I really hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I really hope everybody has a very, very good and very nice 2024. Yeah, but I can't want to say 2023, dude, but I really hope everybody has a very, very nice 2024, and I really hope everybody's 2023 was good as well. So yeah, Happy New Year to all, and with that being said, I'll see y'all next year. Bye, guys.